Today we're going to be doing an Iowa Jambalaya. Never heard of one? Well, you will now. Let's get started.
Good things are coming. Good things.
As a reminder to everybody, I think cooking should be fun and relaxing, so please grab your relaxation juice. Now let's get started. You good? All right. So, typically jambalaya is a Louisiana thing. I think that's 99% of the cases. But today, I think it'd be fun to put on my home chef hat and try to make a jambalaya, but with Iowa-based ingredients. I think it'd be kind of fun. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, and to start with, we need our veggies. All right, okay, Sweet Pea, you wanna head down here? Sorry about that. And of course, we're gonna start with onions, okay? That's one of the big vegetables no matter where you go. All right, so we're just gonna dice this up as small as we can. Leave it be, please. All right, we're gonna toss all this into our pot. All right, next up is a big one, celery. All right, do not underestimate celery. I think it's one of two vegetables that are used in like 98% of countries around the world. Like onion and celery go everywhere, all right? All right, this is going to be the first separation from traditional jambalaya. I'm not using bell peppers, I'm using carrots, okay? All right, next we're gonna do some mushrooms. These are baby Bella mushrooms, but you can get away with just about anything. All right, and for this, we're not gonna do anything fancy. I mean, I literally can't because I only have the one hand, so I'm just gonna give it a quick dad chop. All right, and I think our last and not least vegetable that's going to go into this jambalaya has to be sweet corn. If we're doing an Iowa jambalaya, sweet corn has to go in there, right? All right, sweetheart, can I set you down just a minute? And have you not go play with the camera? Don't go play with the camera, play with this instead, please. Okay. I think we got away with it, everybody. Okay, and I didn't do anything fancy. I just literally went around with a knife, started slicing stuff off. Okay, I'm gonna put all this right in there. All right, and now I'm gonna start this pot on a medium low heat on the stove top with about a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil, all right? We're trying to stack our flavors and build our umami. That's right. Build our Iowa umami. Okay, now really quickly, I'm going to show everybody how to do a dark roux. I made the dark roux before the video started, and I didn't notice, but my microphone was turned off. So sorry about the audio quality, but it's only about 3 minutes long or so. I'll put a timestamp for when it's over in case you already know how to make one, but I'm going to show you right about now. All right, this is how to make a really quick dark roux, like what you'd use in jambalaya or whatever. All right, First, you want to start with a neutral oil, vegetable, canola, something like that. We're going to heat it up till it gets to its smoke point, just like that. You need your flour at hand, and you're going to need your stirring instrument in hand as well. Okay, you're going to pour in your flour until you get it looking like wet sand, basically. Just like that, and then you're going to stir it. Stir it real constant. There we go. Looking a little bit dry, so I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Just to balance it out. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Might need just a little bit more oil in there. You want a constant stir while you're doing this. Shouldn't drop my heat a little bit. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. There we go. I'm going to kill my heat. There you go. You see it is gradually getting darker and darker in color very, very quickly. There we go. And then when you think it's just about done, we're going to remove it from the heat completely and let it finish on its own. There we go. If you think it's a little bit warm, add a tad bit more oil just to kind of cool it off. And there you go, that's your dark roux. I think that took about 2 minutes. All right, we're gonna stir it until it's completely done cooking. So there you go, there's a fast dark roux. Thank you, past Dave, for doing what present Dave doesn't want to do. I love that guy. Anyway, don't chew on that. Don't you chew on that. All right. Anywho, now let's move on to the most important thing about the jambalayas, in my opinion, the meat. We got about a half a pound of 80/20 ground beef that I'm going to season right now. Yes. Got some black pepper. I go kind of heavy on the black pepper. That is traditional. Either way you go, black pepper is traditional. Gonna get some onion powder. Garlic powder. And we're going to do some salt. Okay, gonna press her all in. We're going to flip it over and do the exact... Oh, also, I almost forgot. No, not that. Wait a minute. We're also going to do a little bit of thyme. This is dried. There you go. You can absolutely get fresh thyme, and it's quite good. I'm actually going to maybe throw a sprig of that in our stew later on, but I want to make sure this is in the ground beef. There's going to be a lot of savoriness in this jambalaya, so I need something to cut through. Iowa does not do spices very much. traditionally. But we do herbs, boy. We do herbs. We do two things, herbs and dairy. All right, so this side we're gonna season the exact same way. All right, and that's all we're gonna do to the beef, so I'm just gonna toss this in with our veggies. The next thing going in there is a little bit of pork, all right? But again, we're in Iowa. Brauts are a thing here. Beer brauts are a thing here, all right? These are Busch Light beer brauts, all righty? Can't really get much more Iowa than that. So, I'm gonna cut mine into some medallions like so, and we're gonna toss them in there like that. All right, I might save these for tomorrow's supper. Yeah, that's the better way to go. We're going to give everything in that pot a chance to warm up just a little bit. We're gonna go about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so until the onions start turning a little bit translucent. Okay, that's see-through for everybody else out there who doesn't know that. So I will see you in just a few minutes. Okie dokie, let's give her a look-see. Looking pretty good. Keep in mind, over the last few minutes, I've also been stirring this off and on. I don't want anything to burn. But it looks like our beef is browned up nicely. Our sausages are looking really good. Our brauts, rather, are looking pretty good. Yes. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get some crushed garlic. Again, if you don't have garlic, you can always do about 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to throw about, I'd say that's about a teaspoon and a half of crushed garlic into, I'd say that's about a teaspoon and a half of crushed garlic in the stew. And we're just going to mix it on up. Like so. Alrighty. Once that's mixed in there, I have the dark roux that we made earlier just right here on the back burner. It's completely cooled down as far as like boiling oil is concerned. We're gonna grab a good scooper of it, and we're gonna plop her right down there in the middle. Okay. Again, I've never done this. I've done a Louisiana style jambalaya before, and I've done an Iowa dirty rice, which is very similar to a jambalaya, like a Louisiana dirty rice. Just, you know, different spices, different herbs. I've never done like an Iowa dirty rice style dish with the jambalaya dark roux. I don't know how this will go, but I'm willing to try. Anywho, 1 second. My manager's getting someplace she doesn't belong. Another aspect of Louisiana cooking that is very similar to a Midwestern style cooking is we both tend to use beer when we cook, all right? Now, I know what you're thinking at home. If you're from Iowa, you're probably thinking, oh, Busch Light is an obvious beer to use for this. The rule that I always go by is cook with a nice flavorful beer that you like to drink. Busch Light is very refreshing on a hot day after you've been out working, whatever. Right. One thing that it is not is flavorful. I think even the Busch Light fans in the audience will go with me on that. So we're just gonna add a nice wheat beer, okay? There we go. One I'm using is I think it's called Fat Tire. Yeah, there you go. A Fat Tire Belgium Ale. It is quite good. There we go. Also, I wanted to use Blue Moon. Yep. I wanted to use some Blue Moon for this, but I didn't have any on hand, and I didn't want to go buy a whole new sixer just for that, okay? But add a nice wheat beer that you like. We're gonna fill it about halfway up here. There you go, and we're gonna taste what we're cooking.
Then he tastes it.
Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. My manager needs some snacks. Battle stations. All right, manager satiated. There we go. This is looking pretty darn good. We're actually going to add a little tiny bit more of this beer. There we go. And what this is going to do, we're going to fill the liquid up about halfway up the pot. That's going to allow us to braise all of the meat that's in here. It's going to soften everything. And it's going to, like, it's going to put a jetpack on all of the flavors that's in here. Just mixing them around at super speed, okay? So I'm going to pop this to a medium high, put the lid on it, and we'll come back to this here in a second. Yes. But for right now, let's work on, yes, the last big ingredient. See you over at the counter. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our last main ingredient, chicken. Any good jambalaya needs some good chicken, and I think chicken drumsticks sound like a delightful addition. The skin on, bone in chicken will give you the best flavor for your punch, and drumsticks are just fun. Who doesn't like a good drumstick? Yeah. So we're gonna do, I bet you we can get just about every one of these in there. So I have 3, 6, I have 9 drumsticks. I think I have the most chicken than it. I have more chicken than anything. Huh. Anywho, 1 second. All right, and we're gonna hit these things with the exact same spices we did for the beef. I'm gonna speed through it so that way everybody doesn't have to just watch me season every one of these, but keep in mind I'm seasoning every one of these. All right, and last but not least, I think it might be fun to throw in a little bit of rosemary. Just on the chicken, though. Okay, and now we're gonna pop it right in our pot with everything else. See you over there. All right, I'm taking a look at our concoction in this pot. This is looking really nice. That dark roux is adding that nice deep color that you like to see in a nice traditional Cajun jambalaya. Of course, this is an Iowa jambalaya, but still nice dark roux are very respected in the roux community. So let's see here. Now it's time to add our chicken. Hopefully I can add my chicken before my daughter gets into something she's not supposed to. Okay. There we go. And there we go. And I don't want to waste any of those extra herbs and spices, so in they go. That fit just about perfectly. Then again, I'm very good at fitting a lot of meat in tight spaces. Just ask Mom. Anywho, next thing, we're going to add our liquid. All right. Now, if you are at home and you have a really good boxed chicken stock or a mushroom stock, I say go ahead and add it. People at home who know my show know that I like to just add some water, and then later on I'll add some bouillon if I need to. There we go. I'm gonna add enough water to cover everything as much as I can. There we go. Keep in mind, this is going to be boiled for about, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour from right now, and then we're going to bake it with rice to give us that jambalaya style rice that everybody loves so darn much. All right, so I'm going to put this in here. We're on a medium low heat. Lid is on. We're gonna let this go, like I said, 45 minutes to an hour. I'll see you guys then, okay? Alrighty, let's take a look at our soup. Been going for about a half hour now. Yep. I know, my manager is super hungry already. Let's take a taste.
Then he tastes it.
All right, pretty good. I know, you'll get a taste here in a second, young lady. All right, but it still needs a little bit of stock. So I'm gonna add a little bit of bouillon. There we go, that's about a half a tablespoon right there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. All right. About a half a tablespoon of bouillon added. There we go. Cake, cake, cake. Yeah. All right, now let's take a taste.
He tastes it and tastes it, then tastes it some more.
Mm-mm. That's the ticket right there. Hang on. Manager wants a taste. Hey, Mikey, she likes it. Hey, Mikey, she likes it, she says. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Our broth is doing just fine. Our veggies are good. All of our meat's good. Ooh. We're just missing one thing. And one thing only. Yep. We're missing the rice to this jambalaya. Okay. Now, there we go. If you only have white rice, that'll work fine in this. Go ahead, add it. It'll taste great. There will be no complainers. Okay. Or if you've seen my Midwestern Dirt video, you can definitely do wild rice. That's probably in my top 3 types of rice in the world. However, today, we have brown rice, and we're gonna do about 3 cups worth. Yep, I know you want to play with all the rice, kiddo. There we go, about 2. All right, we'll call it 2.5. All right, 2.5 to 3 cups of rice. If you want the official, this is brown rice. There we go, we're just gonna stir it all in. If it doesn't look like enough rice at first, for those of you who don't cook with it all that often, don't be discouraged, don't be worried. Rice will expand dramatically over time, okay? So this whole pot will probably overflow by the time it's done cooking. All right, we're gonna stir this up as best we can while my manager is struggling in my left hand. Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. Okay, we'll call that mixed. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slap our lid back on this. Yep, we're done on the stovetop. All right, we're gonna have our oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna pop this sucker in the oven and we're gonna cook it until the rice is cooked all the way through, okay? So that could be about a half hour, 45 minutes or so, or until the rice gets nice and browned on top. That's probably the best way to see it, okay? See you guys then. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time for the grand reveal. Ooh, this is very hot. Take a look at that. Boy, howdy. That presentation is hard to beat. All right. So, what I recommend is when you take this out of the oven, I recommend letting it rest for at least 15 to 20 minutes, okay? It's not gonna cool down at all. It's just gonna let all that flavor seep in, and also you won't burn your mouth out immediately when you try to eat it, okay? So, oh, manager showed up. She needs her cut. Hang on. All right, let's take a taster. Ooh, we gotta get one with some broth in there, I think. Here we go. This is so good. All right, time for the manager's cut. There you go. What do you think? Yep, she says yummy, yummy, yummy. All right. Well, this is gonna do it for us today. This is lovely. Please try this at home. Oh, she's wanting more. There we go. Don't worry, everybody. Full disclosure, I had my manager's cut already set to the side, so that way it wouldn't burn her mouth and she could try it right away. Oh, she can't get enough. That's good. Well, please do this at home. Let me know what you think. Traditional jambalaya people, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about it? Did I commit a mortal sin for Cajun cooking everywhere? Let me know. All right. Oh, she's still. Oh my goodness. This is a winner chicken dinner. There you go. If you want a very similar dish, I have a Midwestern dirt video. I'll put the link right about here. If you want some other like casserole style dishes, I'll put some links here at the end of the video. Please give me a like and a subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize the channel. Yep. Okay. If you want my other jambalaya video, my more traditional Cajun jambalaya video, please click somewhere around here. Okay, so if you want some merch, please go to my merch store. All of my recipes will be down in the description below the video, so please check that out if you need it or want it. Please follow me on the social medias. I actually got a suggestion that I will be trying in a couple weeks here. I got to get done with all the lemon bars we made a few weeks ago before I can do the next one, but look forward to that one. There we go. But until next time, I've been Dad. Have a good one. I can't pull this whole thing out. It's very warm. So, see you next time. Oh yeah, she's getting all kinds of relaxed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The next thing we're gonna throw in there. Okie dokie. Let's give her a see. Let's give her a look. See, rather. Do that whole thing again. I'll put the recipe in the description. My goodness, what do you want? I know what you want.